Hey, what's up, guys? So tonight I've got on a guest that I want to start with saying that we've been playing music together for about a decade now. And I'm always saying, hey, when it comes to being a musician in a band, there's a right guy right now. And this guy's been the right guy for a long fucking time. And I just said, fuck. So there's that for the algorithms.
Right out the gate.
Yeah, so my guest tonight is my boy, Jason Dinwiddie.
What up?
I'm going to start off by saying something that I think is the funniest thing ever. One of my favorite stories that has to do with Jason here.
I know
is,
what's coming.
You know?
Yeah.
What am I going to say?
You're going to talk about how I didn't like your vocals in the beginning.
Damn right, dude. Okay, so tell the good people.
No, seriously, so I believe it was way before I tried out for Black Dolly at the time. You guys had tried out another drummer. You know, I'm not going to say names or anything, but I guess for whatever reason they didn't work out. But I listened to you guys from that post to see what it was all about, and I really didn't care for it. But back then, you know, I was playing just heavy stuff. That's all I was really into. So I was like, I don't like this guy's vocals. Like I can't do it. And yeah, so I didn't. And then I didn't even think about it. And then it was probably about a year, maybe not quite a year later, is when I actually tried out for you guys or whatever. And then my whole outlook on music kind of changed at that point too. It was no longer about, I have to play heavy. I got to play, fast and all this stuff. It was kind of like, I want to see what else I can do. So
let me embrace the suck. Because
but I don't think I heard the right song, because the song that actually got me to say, okay, I want to make music with this dude was probably Color Theory. I left that practice. I think you gave me a disc that had a few songs on it. I can't remember what songs were on there, but I just remember Color Theory popping out, and I was like, just the lyrics, it was very relatable, and it kind of hit home, and I was kind of like, oh man, like this is a great song. Like this dude can write some songs. So that's kind of what sold me.
I just think it's funny because obviously the comparison is Creed all the time. So when you told me that, I was like, well, yeah, of course so. I mean, you're like a death metal dude. You know what I mean? And here's this Creedy dad rock singer guy that's like, you want to play in my band? And you're like, no. I love that fucking story because to me, it's gold. I'm like, I don't pride myself in being a singer at all. I like to think I can write a song, but I've always thought I should write songs for other people. But I think we probably would have had success selling the songs.
Probably. You got a knack for, just songwriting in general. Like the way you can like take ideas and say, well, I think this needs to be here and this needs to be there. And that's stuff I don't think about. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, this is a beat. Let's throw it here. But
well, and I don't want to turn this into a just big, jerk fest between the both of us too, but quite literally,
No.
I'll write a song, guys, and I think, hey, it's a pretty good song. I think it's got potential enough to show them, and then you turn it into a real song. I can't tell you how many times. I think that's why I'm also like, you're not allowed to go anywhere, bro. Like,
free Jason.
God, I can see that one happening online. So how long have you been playing drums?
Oh God. 15, 16 years old. I'm 41 now, so yeah, it's been a minute. I actually didn't start playing drums. I started playing bass, believe it or not. So it was a little weird, but I always wanted to play drums. The only reason I played bass was because me and a couple friends was like, oh, let's start a band, and I was like, I don't play drums. And he's like, no, you got to play bass because you got to be up on the stage with me. You can't be back there. I don't want this guy next to me, blah, 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 blah. It was, stupid kid shit. Mm-hmm. And I played the bass for maybe like 2 weeks and then was like, nah, this ain't for me. So I sold it to a buddy of mine and bought a drum kit. And,
good move.
The rest was history.
Good move. And we've been struggling to find a bassist ever since.
That's true. That is very true.
So
very
good
true.
move.
Bass is like, I don't know, man. It's like the Holy Grail. Like, it's just not there.
Well, I think it's an underrated member of the band too. Like, people are like, there's memes out there and all kinds of shit. Like, drummers, all the women like. Lead singers are always douchebags, right? Guitar players are douchebags. And then bassists are just like the losers of the band. But a good bassist,
I don't know though, man. A good bassist will make it.
I think it makes
I truly
the band.
believe that, man. And I can only say, honestly, dude, I've probably only played with a handful of bass players where I could say they are truly, really good bass players. Like,
In our career together, one.
right?
I would say Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle was amazing.
What are some of your favorite moments of being in a band?
I don't know, man. I mean, usually it's staged, but I think my absolute favorite moment about being in a band is when you're whether it be on stage. I mean, it doesn't have to be in front of people. It could be at your rehearsal spot or whatever. But when you get into that moment where you're no longer kind of in control, and it's just kind of like the music and the stuff is flowing through you, I think, and you just kind of are there for the ride. And I think those are kind of the best moments I think I have. I think that's what drives me to want to play. I mean, it's just having that feeling of like, oh, wow. Like, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know.
You talk about like just being submerged in the moment.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think, sorry.
No,
I think
no.
when I, when I play, like, I don't know, man. There's some times where I'm constantly thinking, and I tend to make mistakes when that happens. And then there's other times where I'm just there, like you said, kind of in the moment, but it's more like the music's going through me instead of me playing it. To me, that's like the pinnacle. That's like that's the best feeling. And if it's in front of people, then great, because you're putting your 110% best performance out, you know? So it just depends. But I've had that at practices. I've had that, you know, live. But I mean, other than that, it's just, you know, I like the camaraderie. I like the adventure of it. You know, you never know where you're going to play. Sometimes it's awesome, amazing. Sometimes it's like the worst place ever. Can't believe I'm playing here, but you know, you still play it because it's what you want to do. But you know,
Speaking from our experiences, one show you're playing in front of hundreds of people and it's amazing.
right.
The next weekend you're playing in front of 2 people
Absolutely.
with blown gear. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I made it last week, bro. I made it last week.
You got to take the good with the bad, man. I mean, that's just part of being in a band, you know? I mean, it's not all sunshine and daisies, tell you that much.
Any like crazy moments on stage or anything like that you can recall? Like, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
I mean, I've had some unfortunate incidents on stage, but one of the coolest things I think that ever happened was I was playing in a band, and we were in a battle of the bands, and we'd already made it through the first round. I believe we were in the second round, and packed house. We're playing the set, and I totally put my stick through the snare drum head. Gone. And some way, shape, or form, I kept playing, just hitting air. That's all I could do, you know. And my singer seen it happen, yells out, "Anybody got a snare?" The band that played either before or after us ran up, and ironic as it was, they were a Christian band, Christian rock band. So there was Bible scriptures all over the snare and everything, which is weird. But for me, it was weird. But like, they literally switched the snare out, and I didn't miss a beat of the song.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's one of the coolest things I've ever had. There's actually a picture floating around. It probably pops up on Facebook from time to time, but I got the stupid, cheesiest smile, and I'm holding the snare drum pointing to it after the show, after the fact. But it was really cool because, like I said, like I never missed a beat playing, and I probably couldn't do that today.
Dude, I didn't know that happened to you. That's
Yeah, that happened to Birdies, man. Birdies Battle of the
Oh,
Bands. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
So this is before you were ever in Dolly.
Oh, yeah.
We were no, I'm talking about like my
yeah.
story.
I got you.
Probably around the same time period if you want to look at it like that. We were playing with Puddle of Mud, and we had 3 songs to play that night. There's about 800 people or so in front of us, so a crowd, right?
Right.
And we play the first song, and I jump up in the air. And when I do, I didn't have strap locks at the time, right? Lesson learned.
Yep.
My guitar comes off of the strap, and I reach down to grab my guitar before it falls, and I hit the top 2 strings and just immediately break them. I didn't have a backup guitar.
Right.
We were playing 3 songs, learned strap locks, and I learned backup fucking guitar.
Right.
So as we're playing and crap, and at this time it was who later became the lead guitarist and backup vocalist of Dolly, Webb was actually on bass. And then we had a guy named Ross on drums. We were a 3-piece.
Yeah.
So I'm the only guitar in this band. I yell out in the crowd, "Does anyone have a guitar?" And this dude in a Christian band, I swear to God,
No
this is
way,
weird.
dude.
Yeah,
No
dude.
way.
He comes up. This is full circle as fuck. As we're playing the song, he comes up and gives me his guitar, and I don't miss a fucking beat.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, it's the same tuning as the song, and we finished the show. That picture of me jumping up in the air is the back of the Mad
Yeah.
King EP
Actually, yeah.
that I gave to you.
Yep. That's crazy, man.
That's fucking.
Small
I had no
world.
idea that happened, man.
That's crazy,
It's
yeah.
because we're professionals without being professional. You know what I mean?
I'm a washed up local, you know.
Hey
That's how
man,
it
we all
goes.
are, dude. Act accordingly. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you're a local band like us, you're a glorified t-shirt company with a soundtrack. That's what a band really is. Like,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? Like,
I think even nowadays, even the big bands, that's all they are now. They're a glorified t-shirt company. I mean, that's their money.
yep.
There is no other money. You know,
Yep.
it's crazy.
That's why merch costs so damn much
Yeah.
at shows now, man. That's my daily battle is that when I tell people like, "Oh, what's your band name?" I'm like, "It's my name." It's like, "Oh, you got a podcast? What's it called?" It's my name.
See, it's easier
Fuck,
for me though,
man.
because people are like, "Oh, you know, what's the band name?" And I'm like, "Oh, I play for this guy, Adam Stoner." It's so easy, dude. I play for this guy, Adam Stoner. You know, the band's Adam Stoner, but that's a great name, dude.
Well, but then if they fucking listen to it, they're like, "Yeah, I don't like his voice." You're like, "Yeah, I didn't either at first, man. I'll tell you." Like I said, there's the right guy and there's the right guy right now. And I want to appreciate you as long as you want to be the right guy. And thank you for being the right guy right now.
Hey,
You know
thanks
what I
for
mean?
keeping me playing drums because honestly, I probably wouldn't be doing it now, you know? So
Well, you'd be playing cooler drums for sure.
I don't know. I don't even know if I would because actually when I joined you guys, I had just came off a couple year hiatus. So
That's right.
it was weird, you know? So I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I'm getting older but I still have the desire to play. You know, I always had the dream or whatever, but I've kind of I kind of got the dream. I mean, you know, in the beginning it was always like, oh, you know, we're going to have cars and houses and chicks and all this crap, you know. No, you're not. It doesn't happen, you know, unless, you know, unless it's just 1 in a million, you know what I mean?
But we've actually broke 1 million streams worldwide.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Talked to Alex about it today, which was
Nice.
our previous manager and stuff. We had broke 1 million streams worldwide, mainly part due to Judas, the song that we had in Black Dolly, and that's on Wreckfest.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Yeah.
So is that not kind of helping you a little bit with our failure for joining my crappy dad rock band?
That's no, having the Wreckfest thing, dude, is awesome, man. You know, I mean, you know, it's just having that little bit of, you know, that's always going to be there. You know, it's not going to go away, you know? So having that is, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm glad to have been a part of it.
That just showed me, and I think it showed you too, we've talked about this several times in the past, that it's not the music per se, as much as it is the vehicle to bring your music along. Like that song's great. Don't get me wrong. I love Judas. Right. I think it's great. I think we have other songs that are potentially better than Judas, in my personal opinion, which that's my personal, your opinion could vary, whatever. I know that if we had another Wreckfest to grab another song, if Violence got put on fucking GTA, dude,
oh, that'd be amazing.
It'd be huge. And it would sound great on
awesome.
GTA. Yeah. If Fable got put onto Fable, if any of these songs got put onto like a movie or whatever, I think a lot of it's the vehicle and stuff. And so, you know, I think you can't look at anyone in success and think they didn't have luck, top of talent and product and so forth. Right. Luck is I got a lucky break here. I met this guy, which was lucky here. Luck is a big, big part of it. And I think luck has definitely blessed both of us in many different ways, you know. A million people, potentially, you know, at least a couple 100,000 people have heard you play drums.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I think that's rad, man.
That is rad, man. I mean, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Now we just need to rebrand. No, I appreciate you coming on tonight, dude, and talking. Come back on and we'll talk and stuff. You, what are you doing nowadays?
Funny thing is, you know, I live on the road for about 8 months out of the year, you know.
What? You don't say.
But, you know, I work with NHRA and traveling around, putting on races and whatnot. And it's a pretty cool gig. Maybe we'll talk about it next time, you know.
Yeah, I think we should, dude.
Yeah, true.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Appreciate you very much.
Heck yeah.
Hey, tune on in. He has a solo project going to start happening very soon too.
I hope.
We'll get to it. And then yeah, look forward to new music and stuff. Definitely check out his drums on any of the Adam Stoner music, and then also Sins of Calvary, and then the tail end of Black Dolly guys. So thank you guys so much for coming on. We'll see you guys next Friday. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
Ghost stories.
All right.
I know you got some.
I've got a couple of them. I mean, which one?